Welcome to Mystical Messages. I am Hilary Harley, your podcast host. I am a soul guide and astrologer. Mystical Messages is your podcast gateway to discover and learn about the realm beyond the veil, including all things intuitive, metaphysical, and the healing arts. To learn more about my work or book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. That way, if you hear something and want to re-listen to a forecast or check a date of a cosmic event, you may find it on the written monthly forecast on hilaryharley.com. Today, I am delighted to bring you my monthly astrology forecast. I will break down the astrology for the month of November 2024. Wow, how did we get here? It was both so fast and so arduous, a climb to this place, both fleeting through 2024 and one very difficult step in front of another for so many. It's really hard not to mention the presidential election in the United States this month, with so much at stake. With the country divided so deeply, ignoring the election would be to pretend that a tiger was not in the room. However, rather than focusing on who will win the election, our energy is better spent on the cosmic theme that November has planned for us. All the Novembers of our lives have to do with transformation. So I've called this forecast for November 2024 a treasure hunt, because this is Scorpio and Pluto's month. They are the bulldozer and the transformer of the zodiac. The middle of autumn, November prepares us for impending wintertime, the final dissemination of leaves and seeds merging into Mother Earth, building equity for fresh spring cycles yet to be. The harvest is now done. We take our earthly riches and fold them carefully away to feast upon through darker days ahead. Scorpio and its ruler Pluto govern the underside, the shadow, the dirty unmentionables swept under the rug that no one wants to acknowledge. Yet therein lies our greatest treasure, the forgotten, neglected, disabused pieces of ourselves, like leaves and stems shed, discarded into the earth, which form the delicious soil for tomorrow's harvest. Like the bulldozer, Pluto and the energy of Scorpio pull back the proverbial cover, curtain, or carpet, insisting we take long, deep looks at the underbelly of our lives, examining the psychologically discarded remnants of our upbringing or ancestral patterns and ancient traumas. It's time to name it and claim it. Shame, guilt, abandonment, dismissal, overlooked, and on and on. And so the work begins, the very first day of November, with the new moon in Scorpio. Two narratives offer distinct options as to how we go about unearthing our lives. We can do it with gut-wrenching heavy lifting or a mysteriously alluring detective game. Both require time, effort, and focused attention. Our expectations and headspace set the tone for the work to be done. Pure drudgery and toil, or a wild chase of a treasure hunt to find what lurks beneath. I suggest employing the latter approach. Always choose the more interesting path. Either way, our excavation begins immediately on Friday, November 1st, with the new moon in Scorpio. The Scorpio Sun and Moon align helpfully to taskmaster Saturn in Pisces to cleanse and clear away any and all debris. The planetary trio intensifies our sensitivities now, so trust your intuition. You do not need to know why or how something or someone makes you feel. Simply acknowledge your gut instincts. Reason and understanding will follow later on. Turns out, later on is right around the corner. Over the weekend, Messenger Mercury turns into Sagittarius, joining valuable Venus, and briefly the Moon on November 3rd and 4th. These three illuminate what is being uncovered to better understand what we are seeing. What lessons are we learning from our experience? Take the high road now and ask how you can integrate the experiences so you do not repeat any lessons. This path serves you well and is less arduous in the long run. Still, many who don't immediately get what they want, what they believe they deserve or are entitled to, will choose to lawyer up as the law and legal realm is ruled by Sagittarius. By Monday, November 4th, motivating Mars shifts into Leo, opposing older sibling Pluto. Bear in mind, as if we could forget, Election Day is nigh. This is the energy at play when you cast your vote. Mars and Pluto have tangled since the end of October and continue to do so through all of November. Traveling through polar ends of the zodiac, Mars and Pluto raise our awareness about how to creatively problem solve for the masses, also known as give the people what they want. How Mars and Pluto go about delivering the goods involves completely different approaches. An interior planet close to the Earth, Mars really makes its presence felt. In Look at Me, Leo, Mars creates a cacophony of drama and noise. This is not good or bad, positive or negative. It simply is, especially Mars opposing Capricorn Pluto, which draws a final, definitive line in the sand. Pluto hits a crescendo on election week and will not return to Capricorn for another 240 years. Talk about an emphatic, underscored, italicized, and boldly printed finale. Capricorn writes unmistakably in black and white on the great karmic ledger. It rules time and timing. Capricorn says, the cosmic slate is balanced now. Just don't expect outcomes or results to be willingly swallowed or the losers to go quietly or gently into that good night. Not with Mars and Leo opposite. Stay on your side of the fence, says valuable Venus as she turns into Capricorn on Monday, November 11th. Not exactly warm and fuzzy in hard as a rock Capricorn, Venus cracks the whip now. She tells us to put on our big boy and girl pants, to deal head on with the circumstances at hand. Through mid-month, Venus challenges both the north and south lunar nodes, playing arbiter and mediator between those picking fights and those making nice, trying to appeal to all sides. No-nonsense Capricorn sticks to the facts and insists on responsibility and integrity. Discipline and honor are infinitely emphasized as taskmaster Saturn, ruler of Capricorn itself, turns direct motion on Thursday, November 14th. In Pisces, Saturn distills and discerns what exactly we believe. It is no accident that Saturn, Lord of Karma, shifts forward motion on the eve of the full moon. The heavens are not messing around now. The week leading up to the full moon is heavy indeed, and we feel every ounce of its weight and gravitas. Tightly conjoined to radical Uranus, the full moon in Taurus aligns to powerful Pluto. They're deadly serious. Think earthquakes and ear-splitting thunderclaps. This is one great awakener calling us to get our values straight. Lives and livelihoods are at stake. We are shown in vivid technicolor what and whom really matter, are distinctly important, including our own dreams, talents, and assets. Talk about clarity. The awakening continues as Pluto moves into Aquarius on Tuesday, November 19th. We've been given a taste of Pluto in this non-mainstream sign earlier in 2024, but now Pluto is here to stay in innovative Aquarius through 2043. Just imagine what the world will look like then. Humanitarian yet avant-garde, Aquarius marches to its own drum. Consider the last time Pluto cycled through Aquarius, which was 1777 to 1798. Just think about that. 2 revolutions occurred during that time frame. In France, where royal heads rolled, and Great Britain pitted against its own colonies, forming the United States of America. Watch now as the collective rises to claim its rightful place. The old order is done now, giving way to the new world order championing the people. First, though, creation and giving birth are very messy indeed. Do not expect a neat or tidy process. So manage your expectations of how to navigate this time. Remember, there is nothing to fear as long as you speak and operate truthfully and from the heart. Truth and honesty are the watchwords as the sun turns into freedom-loving Sagittarius on Thursday, November 21st. What the sun excavated while in Scorpio now shines its light of truth on everything for everyone to see. Over the next month, the sun gradually pairs with messenger Mercury in Sagittarius, forming a difficult angle, also known as a very hot mess, as the pair opposes Jupiter in Gemini and challenge Neptune in Pisces. This is a tangled, fuzzy yuck of a cosmic planetary woo. Con artists and spin doctors thrive feeding on this energy. So beware and be aware. How to manage? Take a beat and listen. Really tune into your intuition, your gut instincts. Pay attention to your common sense reasoning. Dip beneath the layers, below the surface, and ask intentional, open-ended questions. Let others do the talking. Wait for their replies and really listen to the meaning behind their words. The need for this increases that much more heading into Thanksgiving, when Mercury turns retrograde on Tuesday, November 26th. Snarled traffic and delayed flights? You bet. So leave plenty of extra time to get to your destination. The start to the holiday shopping season is at hand. I am a glass half full kind of gal and astrologer, but we are entering a lengthy period of resets now from Tuesday, November 26th, all the way through the spring of 2025. It is helpful to look at the next 5 months as a time of preparation while all 3 interior planets, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, will be retrograde from late November 2024 through early April 2025. We are taking a few steps back over the next 6 months to do some much needed interior work before we can firmly and confidently move forward. Very little traction and progress will be had. So set your expectations accordingly. You want to practice the RE words for sure. Rest, restore, renew, research, relax. Knowing that this too shall pass. After all, we got through the COVID pandemic. We can certainly get through this. That brings me to the end of this episode of Mystical Messages. I just want to highlight a couple of programs that are going on. 3 Wise Women is off and running. If you haven't checked us out yet, we are 3 veteran metaphysical practitioners. Kathleen Ripley Green, who is a veteran psychic medium, and Veronica Drake, who is an intuitive healer. The 3 of us gather offering community, conversation, and connection via Zoom every first Tuesday. So the first Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. For just $10 a session, you can come join, feel safe among like-minded seekers to ask your wildest woo-woo questions and learn from each other. To enroll, you can either go to my website, hilaryharley.com, or Kathy with a C, www.KathyRipleyGreen. Green is with an E, so KathyRipleyGreen.com. And also, just as a reminder, Mystical Messages features special healing arts practitioners from all walks. I mean, I just had an amazing couple, Gail and Gregory Hogue, on talking about sacred geometry. And I have another wonderful guest coming up, Jeff Patterson, talking about Tai Chi and the meditative martial arts. So all Mystical Messages episodes can be found along on my website or via YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. And to hear any previous episodes, please visit hilaryharley.com. To learn more about my work or book a session with me, please visit hilaryharley.com. If you would like to read my monthly forecast or check out dates of planetary events and cycles, you may find the full written transcript for all astrology episodes on my website. Thank you so much for listening today. Join me again in 2 weeks when I will bring you my interview with Jeff Patterson on meditative martial arts. I wish you many blessings as you journey forward.